What up, you guys? Happy Thursday. This must be an important message because this is my second time filming it for you. So, by the way, yesterday I didn't see you guys because yesterday was my 40th birthday and I had the most amazing, beautiful time with my friends / family. So it was amazing. And I finally got a mani-pedi, a Jill mani-pedi, okay? So my nails aren't busted. My toesies aren't busted, okay? Anyway, Natalie, one of our teammates, Natalie. So this one's for you, Nat. All right. And to benefit all of us, wanted me to elaborate more on a video that I did in the past about the narcissist destroying your things. First of all, yes, I don't think anybody that's ever been with a narcissist ever makes it out without their things being destroyed, their personal belongings being absolutely annihilated in many different ways for many different reasons under the guise of clumsiness, right? Or maybe they just flat out just trash your shit, right? Now, I didn't really necessarily get flat out trash my shit, not to my face. What I got, though, was certain things being destroyed. For example, I had this thing. This thing is one of the ones I think about. It's a French press, right? I like to French press my coffee. Inside of that French press is a glass beaker, right? And that glass beaker is necessary to be able to enjoy and make your coffee. I had a client that gave me that out of appreciation for a favor I did for him and his dog, because I worked with animals, right, back in this time. And so I did a good favor for him and his dog, and he worked at a coffee shop, and he said, is there any way I can do you a favor? And I was like, I would really like a French press, okay? Anyway, fast forward, I've been using this French press. The narc was benefiting from this French press, but what did he do? He found me to be enjoying it too much, and he found that the fact that another man gave it to me when he couldn't even do a shit for me was not good for him. So whenever he decided that I wasn't home for long enough, what he did was pretend like he was washing it and dropped the beaker on the floor and smashed it. I wasn't able to use that French press for like months. Eventually, for whatever reason, he went and I think it was for Mother's Day or something. He went and got the beaker, like another beaker. This beaker is the one he got, but that one is actually too small for that French press. So it slips out, right? But anyway, he crushed it so that I couldn't enjoy it. They will do things like that so that you can't enjoy what makes you happy or have an easier day. Why? Because they want you to feel like shit. They want to actually break you down mentally during the course of this relationship, and enough so that when they do the discard, you actually don't have physical things that you can turn to. That favorite candle your grandma gave you or something that you were going to burn on the anniversary of whatever the fuck, somehow they trash that. Or, that bath bomb you've been saving that your dead mother gave you and you were going to take a bath with it on the anniversary of her death or on one of her birthdays or something, just to remember her. All of a sudden, they accidentally dropped that bath bomb and some water while they were doing the dishes. Shit like that. They want you to be tormented and broken down so there's nothing you can fall back on to even relax yourself when they do it. Okay? Another thing that he destroyed, again, my car. I lost a car over the narcissist. He just chose to start a badass argument in the midst of driving on the way to Ocean City, right? He saw I was about to crash, and he knew that he was going to antagonize me enough, which he did, to the point where I would finally go like this, fuck's your problem, and he watched us crash. And I lost my car that I had taken care of for 8 years. And who gave me that car? My mother gave me that car as a Christmas present. Right? Shit like that. He's tried to make me lose my home. They will try to make you lose where you live. He started so many arguments that I finally got enough complaints to receive a cease. It was called a cease or quit order, something like that, where, like, if they hear one more thing, if one more neighbor says one more thing that they heard about your ass, you are evicted immediately. There ain't shit you can do about it because you had to sign that paper to still stay. That shit happened. And which meant he got to abuse me and our family behind closed doors, knowing that we knew to stay silent while he was doing it because we didn't want to lose where we live. Yeah, they'll take shit from you. They'll destroy your shit, right? Let's give a scenario. Let's say that you are freaking a college student and that you need a Macintosh because you're going for a graphic design degree or something, right? And you're in your last year and your senior thesis is coming up. And you've worked on this thing and your Macintosh like for hours and hours, nights and nights on end, right? Guess what that narcissist will do? What they'll do is, for some reason, be doing anything in that house next to where you keep that Macintosh, right? And they'll accidentally slip and bump into that Macintosh, and it's hard enough for it to smash onto the floor. So you lose all of your senior thesis work, all of the things you typed, along with your Macintosh. Oops, babe. And what they'll do is, don't you dare get mad now. Because when you approach them about it, they'll make it so that you know, well, this is your fault. Look how you're always starting things. It was just an accident. Like, oh my God, this is why I don't talk to you. This is why I have to leave out of the house. This is why we're having problems. Oh my God. Like that. Right? Shit like that. Let's go even deeper. Let's go pets. Have you ever lost a pet? I did. Remember, I've told you this millions of times, you guys. There was no reason for the little pet rat that I got from Petco to die. He was cute as fuck. He was really cute. And don't be like, oh, you had a rat? Yeah, motherfucker, they smart as shit. Well, why would you get? Do you have a dumb hamster or some shit? Like, this was a cool ass little pet. He was cool as shit. He was really cute and really friendly. And like, I had him one night. And what did that narc do? Sit on my futon and look over at me like, oh, you're petting that thing. Like, you look really happy. And what happened? I woke up to it, what? Mysteriously dead. Oh, I'll go take care of it. I'll go bury him somewhere for you so you don't have to go through the trauma of losing a pet. Okay, babe, thank you. But what happens? He secretly saved the body so that when he did the discard on Christmas, he pulled the rat body out that was my pet and threw it in the freezer in the box of another device of mine that he broke. It was in a CD doctor box in my freezer. Do you know how old a fucking CD doctor is? It's a little device that you use to spray shit on your CDs that are tarnished or whatever, and you can like shave off a layer of the top of them shits and they still work. That shit old as fuck, but it was kept in pristine condition until he got it. Do you think I have a CD doctor now too? No. No. So what did I lose? A pet, a car, almost my home. Try to get my sanity with that shit sprinkled on top, right? So, I mean, there's just so many things, you guys. There will always be something. If you have a favorite hairbrush, there will be some reason why that shit fell in the toilet and they said they threw it away. There will be some reason why, you know, that favorite shirt of yours accidentally got a cigarette burn in it. I bought a really expensive partition, Asian, with like the cherry blossoms printed on it, like a partition, right, for the home to make it just prettier in there. And I used to burn incense all the time, nowhere near that partition, by the way. All of a sudden, I see big ass burns in the partition. And I'm like, what happened here? And he's like, oh, I accidentally burned it with an incense. No, bitch, you didn't accidentally burn it with an incense. You knew that I spent a lot of money on that shit. And so you felt like, haha, fuck you, because it makes you happy when you look at it. It makes your place nicer when you look at it and when other people look at it. So I'm going to say that I accidentally burned an unnecessary hole multiple times all through this partition. What's another reason they would do that? They would do that because it makes you have to spend money. It makes you have to spend money because they are never going to spend money replacing your things. And you know they're not. If they did, it's going to be half-assed. And it's going to be a cheaper version of whatever the fuck you actually need. Right? But, and they'll do that shit, like, after months and months of letting it be broken. So that you finally think, oh man, you're so sweet for buying that, when really they should have been got that shit because they're the one that destroyed it in the first place. No one's that clumsy, baby. Nobody. Dumbo's not that clumsy. Alright? An albatross bird is not that clumsy. Even though they're extinct now. But anyway, yeah, I mean, they would do that. So that when you spend that money, it's an inconvenience to you. It's money that maybe you would have used to get your hair done. Maybe you would have got some cuter clothes or a pair of shoes, or you like your nails done, or you like your lashes done, or maybe you like to eat out with your friends, or maybe you would have purchased something else that was wonderful for you, or skincare products, something to take care of yourself. They know that you are now that many dollars short because you had to replace something that you needed or that was important to you or that you really enjoyed or liked, and they would make sure it's broken. Let's go one more because we're at 11 minutes. Let me hurry up one more. They will break shit that you can never get back just to mentally make you distraught. I had a lot of dishes and certain little, I'm not going to call them trinkets. Let's say old little sculptures and things, as well as a lot of dishes. These dishes were so fucking old because it belonged to my 92... Oh, no, sorry. She was like 97 or some shit. She was old, bro. 97-year-old friend who was the grandmother of my other ex-husband, whatever, right? But when we were younger, before we ever got married, I was friends with his grandmother. These things meant something to me, and she gave them to me. When I say she gave them to me, that's like if someone gave you a bunch of china that was original from like the 20s or 30s or something. You know, shit, it was old, right? And I was like, man, these mean a lot to me. Do you know he broke every dish that I had? I'm talking milk dishes. Look up what a fucking milk dish is and how much that shit costs. Like a legit milk dish. I had them shits. I had a lot of really expensive things. And the fact that it was my dead friend's stuff, because after she died, me and her family went in her house and they allowed me to take certain, you know, whatever I wanted. And I was like, I would really like dishes and stuff because she liked to cook. I like to cook. And she liked to serve. I like to serve. I would love to do it on these beautiful dishes. He broke every single one of them. I have one of them left. Okay? And they do it because they know when they discard your ass, again, you will have nothing to fall back on. No memories. Maybe it was your dead mother's china. Oh, they'll break that shit too. Oh, I accidentally dropped it. Why is it every time you're holding some of my shit, you drop it? But whenever he was holding that dumbass Nintendo Switch video game system in his fucking hands, that bitch never dropped that. Whenever he was holding some of that weed and shit that he was rolling up, that bitch never dropped that. Whenever it was his beer that he was drinking, probably on somebody else's dime, no, more than likely, no, absolutely on someone else's dime, he never dropped that. But if it was your beer, smash. If it was your game system, which I did have a Nintendo. You know how old a Nintendo is? I'm not talking about Nintendo 64, baby. I'm talking about the first Mario Brothers ass Nintendo. I had one of them shits. Guess what? He cut the cords to them shits. So it's like, this is not valuable to you anymore. You know how valuable that shit is? So anyway, I don't know if that helped you, to be honest, but they do that shit all the way down to your pets. And they destroy everything that's meaningful to you, including your soul if you let them. So don't let them. But they do that so that when the discard happens, you have zero to fall back on. Okay? That's why it's good to have God, y'all. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope that this made some sense, but they destroy the fuck out of things. Especially because they're a bum and they don't have shit. And they don't think you should have shit either. And they want to leave you as desolate as possible. Right? When they leave, which was their plan. when they first met you. Alright? Alright. Love you. Oh, and it's jealousy as well. Clearly. Love you guys. Alright, have a great day.